Joe, we've talked over the years, and this is a very special thank you for giving me this opportunity. For me, and I think for most people here, there's not very often in one's lifetime that you get to meet someone who is very outstanding, very special, and for me, that person, Joe Reis, stands out as one of the finest persons and friends I've ever had. I've had the occasion, he's not only in business, but personally we've spent many years together and cherished a lot of interesting conversations. In business, Joe and I started off when we were young bucks, full of piss and vinegar. That's over 35 years ago when he mentioned he was up on Hazeldean Road and needed a building. I was a young contractor and needed the business. We teamed up, and I learned more from Joe on how to negotiate a sale, and that's what the only reason I was successful was I had to go through him first in the learning process. But after that, we were here in West Carleton, and we worked on developing a business park, which Joe did very well in. I did as well, and we got involved with the Business Development Committee, the Business Association of West Carleton, so we were quite involved in developing the Carp Road, and we had a lot of fun doing that. So on the business side, Joe has grown from 40 years of business, you mentioned, to $40-some million. That's quite an achievement for any person. Thanks, Joe, for doing that for this community. On the personal side, that's where it stands out for me. Over the years, Joe and I have had the chance to do a little traveling. Joe has mentioned to me that his mentor and counsel in life is Barb, and although she will never agree to that, we've had the chance to do a little traveling. Joe also, on the personal side, keeps his family pretty close to him. He mentioned before there's 4 of them in the business right now. I don't know if he's trying to keep an eye on them or not. Jeff, of course, is trying to and doing a good job of filling his shoes. And Dave's looking after the parts. And Dan's out there in accounting, making sure the money puts it in the bank. And Christine, she's here doing the receiving. So his family is very much part of the business. Traveling, we needed a little adventure in our lives. The business gets boring after a while, so first adventure we did many years ago was go to a safari, and this is special for me because we went over to Kenya and did a wildlife safari chasing elephants and rhinos. And then we, after that adventure, we figured we'd do a few more. We ended up deciding that we would do one on the other side of the Iron Curtain. So we went to Poland and Hungary and salt mills, did a lot of interesting things on the other side, and learned a few things. After that, decided to do, we did the Mediterranean. Oh, and in the Mediterranean, this is a little bit of we went to the Athens, and you know there's an Olympics place not too far from Athens where the Olympics started, you might have heard about. Well, of course, Joe and I went there, and there's a 100-yard field or something, and Joe, being a competitive guy, challenged me to a race. However, in those days, they raced naked. We didn't want to really do that. But we did race, and eventually it was a tie. That's what I'll claim. And so we've had a lot of fun going around, and we've got a lot of memories. We spent over 20 years doing business in the Caribbean, in a little island, and developed that. So the memories are deep, Joe, and the counsel has been good, your advice has been good. Didn't listen to much of it, but it was good. So I just thank you very special from the bottom of my heart. It's not very often you meet someone that is tall, heads above others, and that's Joe Reis. Thank you.